Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy CV with another reaction video. This is going to be on Norm Macdonald. Because of the last video, a lot of people suggested this one. They said just look up the 12-minute video, and I did. I found this one. This is the only one that I found that was 12 minutes. There was another one that was like 11 minutes, but I'm going with this because it says 12, and it has a lot of views. And I also appreciate the people that gave me some details on Norm, how Norm was actually sick and he had cancer and didn't even share with, his close friends, didn't even know. And just telling me about the, I did ask, like, that stutter that he does, like, is that something he's dealing with? Is that, or is that part of the act? And a lot of you guys were saying it's just timing. Like, it gives the audience time to think about the joke, take in the joke. It's something that he did. It's mostly about timing. I didn't think of it that way. I just thought he was dealing with something probably. And yeah. But anyways, man, hopefully this is the video that you guys are talking about. Now, it looks like it's the same place that I did the San Francisco one. Now, could this be one of his best shows? Because it is the same show. Just based on the lighting, what he's wearing, I can tell it's the same show. Was this one of his best show that he's done? Maybe it's just a coincidence. Anyways, let's get this to 100 likes if you can. Appreciate you guys, man. Let's do it.
Now, listen, man, I like the news. You guys like the news? I always watch the news, and I'll tell you something about the news. I don't understand it. But it's for some reason I watch it. I don't even know why, but I think I'm supposed to or something. So I'll watch it, and then the guy will come on and he'll go, anyways, today the deficit. And then I'll go, I've heard that word. And the guy goes, today the Dow Jones NASDAQ Composite Index is down. And then I go, that's not good. Down. Up. I like when it's up. That's my opinion on the...
That's a good way of looking at it, right? If the news telling me something's down, it ain't good.
Seems like there's too much news, like, because now they have 24-hour news. Now, when I was a young boy, the news was half an hour. That was the whole news, And a guy would come on and he'd have a tie, and shit, and he would say the news. And it was a half an hour long. Now, it's 24 hours long. Now, it turns out that back in the old days when it was only half an hour, they had it about right. That's about all the news there is.
It's the way he's saying half an hour, or he's saying an hour and a half. Is he saying half an hour? Why is he struggling with it?
Back in the old days when it was only half an hour, they had it about right.
Why does he say that? It sounds weird.
That's about all the news there is.
Well, today's breaking news every 3 hours.
Then, there'd always be like a story, some fucking story at the end about a caribou or some horse shit. So there wasn't even enough to fill the half an hour. But 24 hours, way too long. So they have to keep repeating stories all the time and everything, and they'll make up stories, They do that a lot, make up things that aren't really news stories, but they have to, fill the 24 hours, And the one I noticed that they make up a lot, this is the latest one I've seen. I see this all the time on the news. The newsman will come on, he'll go, good evening, everybody. This is the newsman. Whatever he says, he's not going to say that. And then he goes, our top story tonight, a lady has vanished. That's the story. And then he goes, let's go outside where there's another guy. So then they cut to outside. And then there's a guy outside, and he's like, hey, listen, how's it going inside? We're outside, and we found out about this lady that vanished. Her name was Janice, and they found her car here in the Taco Bell parking lot. And don't worry about the car, it's fine. But can't find hiding her hair of the lady. Well, back to you. So then
Poor
you're
Janice,
watching,
man.
You go, well, I don't give a fuck on account I never knew Janice in the first place. Matter of fact, I'm kind of happy it's Janice and not somebody I know.
Okay, you. Okay, maybe I'm evil, man, but like, have you watched the news and ever thought, it's like, oh, thank God it's not my family or somebody I know? Like, come on. I've done it once or twice. I was pretty high.
But then what they do is they start telling you about Janice, you know? And they go, hey, we found out some cool things about Janice. And you're like, no, that's cool. I don't want to hear it. They go, no, you want to hear it. They can't help themselves. So they go, let's go back to Bill. He's still outside. And how's it going, Bill? And Bill's like, it's all right. It's no inside, but it's cool. And anyways, we found out about Janice. Turns out she's a good lady. And we found some friends of hers, and here they are. And then, sure enough, they show a lady, and it says, friend of Janice. And she says, I'll tell you something about Janice. You want to hear about Janice? Janice is the type of lady that you could always turn to. You know, you ever want to turn to somebody? Like if you got a problem or something, and you feel like you want to turn. You ever do that? What? Or maybe your neck just hurts and you want to anyways. The point of it is that once you swiveled your head over this way, the person you'd most want to see in your eye line would be Janice. And then they had another friend of Janice that wasn't the first one. And she'll go, I'll tell you, Janice, oh my God. She was the type of lady that she could walk into a room and light up the whole room, you know? And she didn't have a fucking lighter, not like that. She would just somehow, through sheer tyranny of will, she could somehow illuminate a room. I don't know. Illuminate a room. I don't know. How? And she didn't have a fucking lighter, not like that. She would just somehow, through sheer tyranny of will, she could somehow.
He said, tyranny of will. Somehow she can light up a room without a light. Oh my God. Like, these jokes are like so simple and yet so funny. And when I say simple, I don't mean that like in a negative way. I mean, like, to me, he's really just observes and he comes up with these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they're funny. It's the way he does it, though.
Illuminate a room.
Bro.
And that'd be Janice's third friend lady that's not one of the earlier two. And then she goes, I'll tell you about Janice. Is that who you're asking about, Janice?
Yo, I don't know why I find this so good, man. She's like, the third lady, not the first. I don't know why, man. This is something about Norm, man. I like this dude, bro.
I don't know. And that'd be Janice's third friend lady that's not one of the earlier two. And then she goes, I'll tell you about Janice. Is that who you're asking about, Janice? Yes. Janice was the type of lady that you could be talking to your best friend in the whole world, and then Janice come in and you go, fuck you, I'm talking to Janice. Because Janice is better than you. Come on, let's face it. She's better than all of us. So anyways, then you're at home, and you start liking Janice, you know what I mean? You start getting invested in her. You go, God damn, that Janice is a cool lady. I would like to meet her one day. That would be a lot of... Fuck, I forgot she vanished. Just my luck. They'll find her. Then you get hope. That's not good. I don't give a fuck what Obama says. Hope is never good. Don't try it. It never works out. So you go, oh man, they'll find Janice. They're putting pictures up of her on telephone poles. I think that had worked once. And then the news keeps showing you more things about Janice, you know? And they'll show you like the home videos of her. You're like, God damn, look at that. She's eating a pizza. I like her hair like that. They'll find her. And then you become obsessed with Janice. It's all you can think of, you know? You're at work, fucking just can't wait to get home, agonizing over Janice, you know, thinking about her with eating pizza and shit. And then you go home, and your nights are just fevered dreams of, Janice and bangs and shit like that. And all you can do is turn on the TV and hope, and and then one day, they go, hey, more news on Janice. Here's the Bill. He's still outside, and then Bill is like outside, and he's like, here we are. Where, as you can see behind me, they are scouring the woods. They're still searching for Janice, And then you go, oh fuck, not the woods. That's. Nothing good ever happens in the woods.
Never.
I've seen enough of these fucking stories to know that Janice ain't coming bounding out of the woods anytime soon. That's it. She's like, hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm just taking a stroll through the woods. What are you taking my picture for? I was just decided to take a stroll through the scraggly woods. Now, if they find you in the woods, they always find you in the same place. Every time, they will find you in a shallow grave. I don't know why they don't just look there in the first place. If I was the police chief, I'd go, listen, I want every shallow grave in the vicinity checked out. I want to clear up this case by Tuesday on account of I'm running for DA or whatever. But,
poor Janice.
Doesn't shallow grave seem a mite rash? Like these serial killers are supposed to be so shrewd and cunning and everything, At least according to the TV movies I've seen. And, but then when it comes time for the grave, they get a little hasty, They're like, there you go, 3 twigs and a leaf. That ought to do it. That doesn't look like Janice anymore. I don't recall Janice ever wearing 3 leaves and a twig. Oh, well.
Yo, what the fudge? 3 leaves and a twig. He said, oh, well. Oh, my God. Poor Janice. I hope this is not a true story either.
Guess I'll go home and Janice ever wearing 3 leaves and a twig? Oh, well. Guess I'll go home and await the authorities now. You gotta prepare these things, You gotta be a little smarter than that. What I would do, and I would never, ever kill a lady in cold blood. I know I say that now. I don't really know. I can't predict the future, but I don't believe I know there's no river long enough doesn't contain a bend, but I believe that right now, and it might just be vanity, I don't think I would kill a woman in cold blood. But if I did, I would plan it out very carefully, because there's a lot at stake. You think about it, you probably, probably lose your job. I don't know what happens. That's a blemish on the old CV, Even in today's enlightened society, there remains a stigma to being a psychosexual sadist. But what I would do is I would look at the lady, I would select a lady, and then I would follow her habits. You understand what I'm saying? Like I would watch her very carefully, And I go, hey, I notice that every day she goes to that cheese sandwich shop, and then she comes out with a little paper bag. I'll bet you anything there's a cheese sandwiches in there. So then I'd keep that in my head, you understand?
Stupid.
Then I'd say, hey, I notice every Wednesday evening she goes with her other lady friends and they go down to the YWCA and they play basketball with each other, which is fine nowadays, So.
YWCA? Did he mean YMCA? Because the here we have YMCA. He turned the M into a W. Does that mean just for women? Never heard of that.
And then she comes out with a little paper bag, I'll bet you anything there's a cheese sandwiches in there. You know? So then I'd keep that in my head, you understand? Then I'd say, hey, I notice every Wednesday evening she goes with her other lady friends and they go down to the YWCA and they play basketball with each other, which is fine nowadays, you know? So what I would do is,
oh my God,
on Wednesday, I would go down to the YWCA and what would I be holding in my right hand in the parking lot but a cheese sandwich? So then she would eventually come out of the YWCA, you know, all sweaty with her, you know, her ridiculous three-colored ball and everything there, you know, and I'd be standing there. And then she'd go, hey, what's in your right hand? And I'd go, nothing. I'd be coy, you know, and she'd go, there's something in your right hand. I'd go, listen, lady. Who knows more about what's in their right hand? You or me? I believe, oh, this. Now, this is just a cheese sandwich. Why, you like them or something? What's... I got a whole fucking van full of them over there. Right over there.
God.
Yeah, that craziest looking fucking van you ever saw? That's filled with cheese sandwiches.
Yo, Norm is crazy, bro. It's the way he's just doing. He's like, it's right over there. Come on. Cheese sandwich, bro. What?
You don't have to have cheese sandwiches in the van, by the way. If you're,
In the woods?
unless you want to be known for your detailed work, it's not really necessary. Then I would get the lady in the van and I would drive her to a remote area, an area most known for its remoteness. That's what I would look for. And anyways, I'd take her to the remote area where I had constructed a shed, and then I would get her in there and I would do that thing that makes me feel like God, and then her screams would just bounce off the walls and echo out into nowhere and never touch the ear of civilized man again. And then I would take her body to the woods and bury her in a very, very, very deep grave.
Yeah. Janice, we love you. I hope you're okay. All right. He said I would bury her in a deep, deep grave. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. This man said I'm gonna do that thing that makes me feel like God. Jesus. I'm gonna tell you what, man. This is the second video that I've watched on Norm, man. Like I said, it's his pace and his style, man. You gotta love it. And when I said it was like his jokes is like simple. Like what I mean by that is like it's easy to understand, it's easy to follow. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's very creative, and these are things that, you know, if you're a good listener, if you're a person who observes things, like that's all that is, man. This is a person who's very observant, good listener, and then he could just somehow turn it into a joke, and that was great. That was funny, man. Man, a lot of people was like, yo, you got to watch the 12-minute segment, because I do think the other one was a little bit short. I would love to just watch a longer video. So this was good, man. This was good. If there's anything on Norm, please put in the comment section below, because I just love his deliveries and the way he does it. You know, and the little subtle things. When he said, "Hey, the van's right there. You wanna?" And he did it 3 times. You wanna go? I find those things funny, man, if you pay attention, you know? Rest in peace, Norm, man. By the way, like I said, is this one of his best stand-up? Because, like I said, both of the videos was from this particular show that he did, so. But like I said, man, I used to watch his interviews, man, especially with Conan O'Brien back in the day. I thought it was funny, but never watched anything on him. not a stand-up, not a movie. And then I would say before he passed, I saw a glimpse of him on YouTube doing a podcast. It was like a clip, and that was it. And yeah, but I think the dude is actually funny, man. It just sucks that I didn't pay no mind when he was around. But then again, I was just so busy playing sports, man. I didn't really watch a lot of television, so I missed a lot of comedies, movies. I played video games and played sports. That was my life. Video game, sports, all day, every day. And so, yeah, TV wasn't a thing that I watched, man. It was just nothing but sports. And if I did watch TV, it was sports. That was my life, man. Kind of still is, but I'm here trying to catch up now. But yeah, if there's one Norm McDonald, please put in the comment section below. If there's any other comedian like Norm or, who is funny, put in the comment section below. There's a couple of people that I have on my list, and we're going to get to it maybe next week. Little bit busy this week, but yeah, man, appreciate the love. Appreciate you guys, man. Keep your head up. Love you guys as always. Till next time. Peace.